This is John Paul Wright, coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. Some people call me... Today, talking about a clip from Tim Miller and James Cameron, and I will say I agree with some things Tim Miller says, but they don't directly have to do with Dark Fate, so I agree. But the things he says about how you get fans attached to a character, well, that kind of proves why he shouldn't have done what he did with John Connor. Spoilers coming up. First, let's listen to the clip. Here we go. This is off Reddit, by the way, and I will hold up my little headphone here so you could hear it a little louder.
Great. Yeah, you don't want to be sitting in the audience and go, oh, well, that would never happen, or that it pulls you out of the movie. You can't immerse in the experience that the characters are having or the world of the film if you're constantly be going, oh, that's ridiculous. And personally, like science fiction, if a science fiction novel is good, there's nothing I'd rather read. If an action movie is good, there's nothing I'd rather watch. All my favorite movies are action movies, but so many of them I don't feel are interesting anymore. They don't, because when the shit happens, when the bombs start going off, the characters haven't had enough development. You don't care about them, and that's the one thing that Jim does best of all, I believe, is that, you know, he certainly doesn't skimp on the spectacle, but when shit starts hitting the fan, he's built this relationship between the audience and the characters that make you really care about it, and that's why. I mean, 5 minutes into Avatar,
on the screen.
Yeah, you don't want to be sitting in the audience and go, oh, well, that would never happen.
Okay, it repeats a little bit. That's it.
You can't.
So basically what Tim was saying, call him Timmy Boy, because I'm not very happy with what he did with Dark Fate, was that sci-fi to him and action movies are the best stuff. And I agree with that. And I agree you shouldn't see things on screen that you can't believe. We agree there, okay? But what he said was James Cameron makes people feel really attached to characters. So if they knew ahead of time people were really attached to James Cameron's characters, like for example John Connor, why would you kill him right away in a disrespectful way? Now, I know what you're thinking. Main characters can die. As subverted expectations, as shock, especially Game of Thrones did it right for the first couple of seasons. But when you have a character as beloved as John Connor and the narrative of the 2000s, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, is kill the male lead and replace them with a female lead, it doesn't make so much sense to kill that beloved character. If you guys don't know, which you do know, they replaced John Connor with Danny, who is a very generic feeling character to lead the resistance instead of John. So, if Tim Miller was thinking, hey, you know, James Cameron's good at getting people attached to characters, let me get rid of one of his top 3 beloved characters. Doesn't make much sense to me. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think about that down below. I've been covering Dark Fate extensively because it's especially annoying what happened with it. We've got Charlie's Angels now, which is pretty much of a very big bomb, bigger than Dark Fate. Dark Fate was the 3rd biggest bomb in the box office history, so where does that leave Charlie's Angels being worse? I don't know. But I could ignore Charlie's Angels. I don't care. The thing's woke, it's broke, whatever. It's ignorable. I wasn't invested. It wasn't a franchise I loved since I was like a kid. I know it's been around since the 70s, but it didn't have a huge following. It's not like people who loved Star Wars, Star Trek, Terminator. That kind of group of fans were into Charlie's Angels. It doesn't matter. But with Terminator, we liked John Connor. He was one of those classic characters from a lot of our childhoods, and ruining him kind of hurt pretty bad. Anyway, I'm doing shout-outs, special thanks, things like that. Shout-out right now. Shout-out to Dave Sign, because I missed you on my shout-out video, but it looks like you got 1 subscriber since my live, and maybe you got a subscriber from me. Anyway, check Dave out. Cool guy. Thank you very much. If you haven't smashed that subscribe button, I talk fast, I screw up endings, I make a lot of videos, and that's kind of good. See you next time.
If you are not subscribed to this channel, The Entertainment Hacker, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button now.